Oh, yes. Could you do me a favor and get me all the protection orders for the last 20 years in every county and state of the United States, and how many of them involved an actual touching of the person, and how many of them involved some sort of restraint provision violations? Yes. Now, I'm going to sue every county of the United States for not having civil contempt court hearings. Yes. Not having a different calendar. In fact, is there any place on the state court's websites where they allow for a calendar? Yes, for contempt of court charges, civil contempt nor. Ooh! Why don't you look through all the software of every court in the United States and then find out how many of them actually used a traffic citation instead of a written actual report or some sort of documentation that the restrained person touched the individual, as in ooch. Now, for every county of the United States that doesn't understand the laws, yes, for every individual that you put in jail, ooch, for every time it wasn't a criminal violation of a protection order, it was a civil contempt of court violation of the restraints of a protection order. Yes. It was a phone call, it was an email, it was something where the individual didn't, I'm going to sue every court in the United States. Woo-wee. Now, these dissolutions of marriage where wives can motion for a default dissolution of marriage, go through all of them for the last 20 years. I want to know every default dissolution of marriage motion of the court where the court decided, well, we don't have to find them in contempt. They're victims of domestic violence. Now, I'll sue every county court in the United States that doesn't enforce contempt of court charges. Yes, it will. And for every spouse that responded within the time allowed by law, pooch, and you decided to proceed with the dissolution of marriage, not actually finding any guilt on the part of the petitioner for motioning the court for default dissolution of marriage, when you had the actual response of the respondent, yes, I'm going to sue every fucking court. Now, I'm looking for some lawsuits today, okay? Now, for every judge that thinks that there's some exception to the laws because it's a petitioner that happens to be a woman, yes, or a man, I'm going to make absolutely sure that every court in this nation finds out that if you do not contempt a spouse for filing a default, you're going to get. Now, you understand? I want every protection order, pooch. I want all criminal charges filed by any and all police departments. I want all prosecuting attorneys that took it upon themselves to file criminal complaints and then made the restrained person go through criminal hearings in a district court. Yes, didn't have a separate calendar. Pow! Last 20 fucking years right now.